Hey gang, welcome back to Match Grade Podcast. I'm Dave, and I brought Wendy with me. Say hi, Wendy.
Hello.
Okay, so a little story. We were just in Colorado at the A Girl and a Gun National Conference where we did some training courses. But the best part was the number of women that were there at the event. Mm-hmm. How many was it?
700.
700 women who descended upon Palisade and Grand Junction, Colorado, and I think they filled all the hotel rooms that were available, and the restaurants probably enjoyed it as well. But the point is, we enjoyed it. We had some fun. This national conference, not only did they have 700 women, but there was about 150 instructors present as well, providing all sorts of training blocks.
Yep, from all over the country.
Oh yeah. Colleagues of ours, and then people we haven't even met before, and we just ran into, and people we ran into again after a few years. So it's almost like going to become a reunion here. But the cool thing is, we got invited a couple years ago, and by Robin, who's in charge of it. I don't know how she does it all, but more power to her.
She's amazing.
She wrangles all of this. But our second year, we did 6 training sessions, and we got through some instructor development for one group, some shooting skill development. We got some newbies involved. I don't know. I'm going to keep talking. So, Wendy, what did you get out of it?
Oh my gosh, it was the second year for us, like you said, and it's just the camaraderie of all these women is just amazing to see.
Yeah.
It warms my heart to see so many women in one place handling all these firearms. I just love it. Love it.
The one thing that was really cool is we didn't have any. It's going to be like a phrase in the industry is we didn't have any that guy, right? Well, in this case, it would be that girl, but we really didn't have any like that. At least in our sessions, we had everybody. They're ready to go. They're spun up. They were motivated. Yep. We didn't have anybody just like kind of dragging behind or the last person up to the line or somebody just wasn't getting it. They were all really jumping into it. So
they were all just very excited to be there. It's always amazing to see.
Yeah. So the sessions we did. We coined the term last year about gun whisperer. Actually, somebody gave it to me, so we kind of ran with it. And what happened is I just jokingly wanted to do a diagnostics class. And the first year we went 2 years ago, I just threw it out there. It says gun whispering, and Robin said she loved it, so it stuck. So we had a new title, and we did it again. And almost every woman we talked to that get into the gun whispering sessions that we did, what were they telling us? They were like fighting.
Yeah. I mean, they took it all in and got better.
Yeah. It was a pretty popular training block. And then then we did one for the instructors.
Yeah.
Where we did gun whispering for the instructor, right?
Diagnostics for the coach. Yep.
Yeah. And it was funny because we made them their own gun whisperers for their own groups.
That's right. That's right.
So
pass along the knowledge.
Yeah. Let's see, what else did we do? What were the other ones we did?
Speed and efficiency.
That's right, speed and efficiency. What did you think about that one?
I thought it went well. It was just about making people more faster out of the holster, faster on target. Mm-hmm. People definitely, and granted, we're talking 3.5 hour sessions these are, so we're not going to make people, a grandmaster USPSA shooter in 3.5 hours. But people did get faster, and they got more accurate, and that was the whole goal of the session. So
yeah, the group shrunk. That one woman, what was her the draw time? I think it was.
Oh my gosh, she was
4.5 seconds or something like that, and then she got it down to under 2 by the end of the session, and then it was just about refining her. The cool thing is that what I found with the Girl in a Gun group is it's this comes right from talking to Robin and Tatiana, who's her her training director, but it's all about getting exposure to guns for women who might not know how to or might be afraid to go to the range or go into the gun shop where it's all populated by us knuckle-dragging, testosterone-fueled guys. And all we do is sit around and grunt and who knows what else, and then we look at them funny when they walk in. And it makes them feel defensive, and it makes them feel like they're in the wrong place. Yeah. And we're our own worst enemy because we're complaining about not getting new people into the industry and into the sport, yet here we're sitting around in our little coffee shop, gun shop,
Mm-hmm.
or at the range and somebody new comes in and we judge them.
Yep.
But
Very true.
the cool thing about a girl and a gun is they don't do that at all. They
Nope.
kind of welcome women in there, and they encourage them to go out and get more training, to seek out instructors, to keep shooting. You know, I think there was multifacets in what they had. It was, but basically it was education for firearms and firearm safety. Yeah. It was also competition. They do a lot of competitive events. And then the community. They want them to be resources in the community for other people in their circles, because it's still odd for women to think that it's okay to, I can announce that I'm a gun owner and I'm a shooter and I'm out there doing shooty stuff. And it's really cool. We coined a whole lot of new terms out there too, by the way, which was kind of cool. Not going to say about the shooting ready position that one woman came over, but it's kind of like a high ready position, and she just kind of blurted it out. And as long as they say it, we're okay. And then just watching all the women as they're moving around the place, and as they're coming up to the range, and they knew what to do.
Right, they were not.
You know, it was.
They knew how to handle their firearms and, knew what to do with them.
It was refreshing.
Yes, very refreshing.
It was refreshing. We didn't have to herd people to get them and then kind of push them to get them into the idea of, okay, you got to get up on the line. You got to be ready. Where's all your ammo? It's back there. What's it doing back there? Let's bring it up here. We didn't have any of that. Yep. We had, they're like, how many rounds do I bring down range? Bring all of them. We don't care. Right. And they're like, sure, let's go. They're ready for anything. I don't know. What were your other thoughts on things? What was your view from your side?
Of the three we did, I have to say the diagnostics for the coach was my favorite.
Okay. Because
we actually handed cards to people of things bad to do, and then their instructor coach had to figure it out. Mm-hmm. And at the end of that session, a lot of women were like, wow, that was really cool. I didn't realize I could actually see that. Or that was that was probably my favorite.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. I think they got a lot out of it.
That was a lot of fun.
The good thing is we got the round count up a little bit too. We made them shoot a lot, in which I think there were a couple comments in the feedback. Which if you're watching this and you gave us feedback, thank you. That's really important to us. Whether you found an improvement or you really like something, it's good to tell us that. A lot of them were like, Dave and Wendy were an awesome team. We want them back. And but it's like, okay, thank you, but what could we do better? And it's like, it's great feedback, but give us a little more sometimes. Yeah. But a couple of them said we didn't shoot enough. And I remember the one session where we barely broke 150 rounds out of 2 or 250. So, that tells me they just want to shoot more.
Yeah, I agree.
So maybe it's just like, we'll just come up with a session that's like, shoot your ass off or something. We'll just shoot until the gun's empty, and when it's too hot, we'll dunk it in a bucket of water or something.
I say it's run your gun is going to be next year.
You know what? We could do that. Okay, here's a preview. There might be one called Run Your Gun, ladies, so keep an eye out for it. It's going to be keeping that gun up and running. Yeah. All right, so we were kind of, so next year, Run Your Gun. I would like to do, of course, every class turns into a red dot thing, because we saw a ton of red dots this year. Yeah. Which was refreshing, because they were just getting on target better. Once, in fact,
oh my gosh, I got to say that older lady we gave your red dot to, she showed up. She unfortunately didn't show up to the session with her gun, so she went and got her gun. She came back with a Glock 17 iron sights, and I think it was a 17, right? It was
a 17 with the stock Glock sights, those hideous things.
And she just wasn't hitting, and I think she wasn't seeing the sights. Mm-hmm. So I go to Dave. I go, give her your gun. And he had that 19 with the red dot on it. She freaking punched in the middle of the target. I was like, oh, this is amazing.
They're a miracle cure.
Dots are important, yes.
Yeah. And it was funny. I would say probably 60 to 70%.
Yeah.
There was quite a few iron-sighted guns, right?
Yeah.
But I think almost 3/4 were shooting dots.
Yeah.
And, some of them they told me they're shooting dots because they can't see the front sight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, if you can't see the front sight, but you see a red dot about that distance, but it's just enough. I think what they mean is they can't focus. It's hard for them to see both. So, so let's see what else. So I'd love to do a red dot session, but I think every session is going to turn into a red dot session as it did this year. The catalog is so big, it's hard to narrow it down.
Oh my gosh, you should see it. It's how many pages? I think it
was about
90, 100 pages.
The thing was huge.
That they offer these women, which is amazing. I'm like, I want to do all this.
Wasn't that why you joined?
Yes.
Wendy joined the group. She joined the group.
I'm doing that Drift Academy next year.
Yeah. She had her motivation. She wants to go driving cars and shooting things with cars. Shooting things out of cars maybe, or right. Shooting at cars. I don't know. Shooting in cars, just blend it all, right? So I was thinking what we could do, let's break down the topics we did. We basically had 3 topics. Mm-hmm. Okay? So let's talk about the speed and efficiency, so that maybe that'll tease, because that one was pretty popular. So I got a feeling maybe a modified version of that, maybe a little more, because when we were teaching it, I was thinking, oh, there's more we can do with this. There's more we can do with this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So maybe that'll be an evolution next year. Yeah. Okay. So
always make it better.
Break down from, you helped me teach it. So break down from your point of view, that session, how that worked and how that ran.
Essentially it was, moving your hands faster, getting to the gun faster, getting a good purchase on the gun right out of the holster so you're able to present it to the target faster. And of course, trigger management. We all need to work on our trigger management always. So a lot of that, me included, I need to work on my trigger management. And then, we would break it up into certain blocks and then just kind of meld them all together as the session went on, which would enable people to get faster and more accurate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The good thing was, and I said this in every session, and it was true, I had my eye, because, for those of you who haven't been to our sessions, at the end of each session, we do a drill where you get to win a coin, which somebody didn't think it would be popular. And after the first session last year, I think there were fist fights over these things. People were coming up, what's this coin thing? I want to win it. How do I win it? I'm like, well, here we go. And it became actually popular. Even Robin was texting me going, what are you doing? What's this coin thing? But at the end of every session, I'm trying to put my eye on somebody. I'm like, okay, she's going to win it. Okay, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. And for some reason, somebody always surprises me.
Yep. Every session, it was not that person.
Yeah. Yeah. The lady that won it this year she was good. She was solid throughout the whole thing. And it was just, all of a sudden she stepped up. She put it together. Yep. She got out of the holster way faster than she was in the class. And she got her hits on target. And it was a simplistic drill, but enough that it combined everything we worked on.
Yep. Yeah,
and,
that was awesome.
You showed me the paper. I'm like, wow, I expected it to be this one. And it wasn't. And it was pretty cool. I think she was surprised too when we announced her name. I think her face just kind of went, what? So the other sessions. So we did the speed and efficiency. And then the second one on Friday, it was 3 days of training. We got baked, we got rained on, we got hailed on.
Frozen.
We got almost frozen. We had everything. It was like being in Rochester, but in the mountains. All right, so the next couple sessions we did were gun whispering. Mm-hmm. All right, we had a couple different tracks. We had the light blue track, a dark blue track, and then I think we had some greens on the session after one of the following sessions. So the light blue ones were good. They needed a little bit of work, but they were okay out of the holster. And so the gun whispering one was just helping them identify where the grip can change, where the point of impact is, and how their body position affects their shooting and how their delivery to the target. So it's a draw skills, but also it's learning how to read the target. And I kind of taught them a little bit about the up, down, left, and right directions and how their target can tell them what's going on. And if they can make that correlation, then they can start diagnosing themselves. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that group got pretty good. We started out with a pretty tight focus drill. And then what they did is we just opened up the speed a little bit. We allowed them to shoot more in their group state. So they were actually learning from what they were getting. And then they fell apart a little bit, and then we changed the drill to let's just change the dynamics a little bit, because I think what happened is they got bored or they started getting cocky, and they started going, well, we got this. Let's kind of play with it a little bit.
That's fine.
So And then when they settled back down, everything went well. We did the drill, and once again, somebody surprised me. I really was convinced it was going to be, I think it was somebody over on the left side. I was convinced they were going to nail it. And she had trouble with her gun.
Yeah.
And it didn't work. And she pushed through it. It was a malfunction. She had a malfunction. And she pushed through it.
Yeah.
But it's still, that delay got her. And I could tell she was frustrated at the end of it, but she still, we gave her the kudos for getting through it. And then it was somebody else who just was one of the sleeper agents and came out of the woodwork and surprised us. Yep. And she was surprised as well. Was that the one we gave the most improved? Because we had Jessica, I remember most improved because she took our class last year.
Yeah. I don't know if it was that specific session, but I know, we did.
I think it might have been. I think it was the afternoon. No, it was the afternoon on Saturday. It was the fourth session.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, but that was pretty cool. So we did a couple of those. And then the instructor one. The diagnostics for the instructor. That was good. That was good.
There's not really a lot of true instructor development out there. And Dave actually has been really trying to push this through the years, with our own instructors, but really trying to push it out to other instructors who might be out there. So we kind of did a crash course in that, how to be a better diagnoser for your students.
Yeah. So let's see, what did we cover? We covered communication, right? Reading the skill, and then delivering it without telling them what they're doing wrong and making them feel bad about it. And then basically giving them feedback in like 5 or 6 seconds, quick.
Right.
Okay, so we did that. And then, like you said earlier, we kind of gave everybody a surprise, which a lot of them actually, when we talked at the end, they liked that.
Yeah. We're going to do more of that next year, actually. Yeah. That's our other.
So what we did is we made up a bunch of flashcards where it said, or it said flinch and, or drop your shots or raise your front sight, a little bit. Or do a different draw, or we had like 8 different things somebody could do. And I remember some of them complaining because they fight so hard to do it right.
Yeah, exactly. And then we're asking them to do it wrong.
And we tell them to do it wrong, and they're like, wait, we're going to screw everything up. But they did okay, and it gave their coach a nice repetition of looking for something, and they didn't even know they were going to do it.
Yeah.
And then we were able to switch off, and we did it again, and then we got some shooting in. And what drill did we do with them? I think it was a faster drill of what we did with the gun whispering sessions.
Yeah, I think so.
We just asked them to do a little faster.
It was all kind of around.
Oh yeah, it was the 5 and 5 or 5 by 5.
Yeah.
So basically, what it was, we put them at 5 yards, and they had to draw and put 5 rounds on a 5-inch circle in 5 seconds. And the fastest one who didn't miss got the coin. Yeah. And this one, I think I had my eye on 2, and one got it. I remember I was thinking, well, I think she could do it, but she's got potential too. And then I thought, well, maybe there's a third, and I just gave up because I can't peg it because it's just amazing when somebody steps up and somebody else doesn't have a great day.
Yeah, that timer comes out, they get a little more competitive.
Yeah, the brain melter, or as Matt calls it, the F-up box. It just messes everything up. So then our last session was another gun whispering.
Yep.
And we had a couple of ladies that actually, Robin, when she was talking to me Saturday night, said that I pushed towards that class because I think they were on the facilitator track.
Okay.
They were going to be there, so she wanted them to get exposure to it. And they actually were very happy that they did it because they came up and said, remember Robin was talking about the Robin Said stamp.
Yeah.
And they showed me. She goes, I got a Robin Said stamp. And I'm like, well, that means you're supposed to be here. And when they came up, they just weren't sure. They didn't know what they were getting into. They just said, Robin told us to be here.
Yeah.
And at the end, I think they got the most out of it because they had the biggest jump.
Yeah.
So we will be at the 2025 version. I totally forgot what the name they're using this time.
Oh.
Is it Accelerate or something?
No.
I don't know. She comes up with these great names for all of these. This year was Shine. But we'll find out.
Yeah.
And we'll put it in. Maybe we'll put it in the comments somewhere. So that was a fun trip.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Amazing.
We took a couple extra days and kind of explored a little bit. Went, because you're going out west, you're gonna have to take a few extra days, make a small mini vacation out of it. So we got to do some hiking, hiked up a small mountain, like 2,000 feet in 2 miles mountain.
Yeah.
There is an easier way up it, but I don't think it would have been that much fun.
Yeah. I don't think it would have been that much easier.
But I'll tell you, the area was beautiful. The people were great. The event was great. I remember talking to Robin. She was asking me if we had any problems with material or communication. And I told her, from our perspective, we had fun. Yeah. So, Robin, I know you'll be listening to this because I'm going to tag you in on this. Thank you, and we appreciate it.
You are amazing.
We appreciate the invite back. We're gonna make you proud. And let's see. So if you want some more information, we're gonna post contact info for the Girl and the Gun below, and they've got a bunch of ways to get a hold of them. And just if you're interested, you want to get involved, join up, see what you think. Look them up. You can read what they're posting out there and the groups they're doing. They do frequent meetings and frequent events.
Yeah.
I think Robin plans like 4 or 5 a year. And they're just, we found that they're really good organization to get involved with. And being invited out there, we get to see a little bit behind the scenes. And I still can't believe how, from our perspective, how well it ran.
Oh, yeah.
I know there were wrinkles, but they did not get in the way.
No, not at all.
Next year, I know Robin's going to plan for good weather.
Yeah. Yes, good weather, please.
And it's not going to rain, and it's not going to hail, and it's not going to thunderstorm. But also, we'll see what happens. I'm glad it's a little bit later next year, because
may be a little bit better.
It might be some other places to explore that were closed this year. So we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, anything else you want to throw out there, Adam?
I'm looking forward to next year. Can't wait.
It's going to be fun. Gang, thanks for checking in on the podcast. We've got a lot more stuff coming up, so keep checking in on us, and we might surprise you. Also, don't forget, our Patreon supporters, you guys could phone in a topic, email in a topic. I don't care. Suggest one. Guys, anybody, if you're listening, just send us a note. Hey, what do you want to see us talk about? What do you want to see us cover? And we'll see what we can do about it. All right, until then, see you next time. Tripod. Let me pick that up from there. Don't say a freaking thing. What was I gonna go? All right, you gotta chime in some more. You gotta give us some more. You don't remember? You were there.
I kind of blurred out after a while.
All right, that'll be an outtake, guys.
Very clearly.
Another cricket thing. I got Wendy with me.
I'm Wendy.
And starting, you need to double introduce yourself.
Well, let me introduce myself then.
Oh.
If you like this video, be sure to check out one of the ones above.
And we're going to try that one again.
I'm going below. I'm like, wait, is that above or below in my mind? It's above, right? Check out one of the...
above.
Okay.
Or you could just say check out one of the videos.
Yep.
Okay.
So ready?
Yep.
3, 2.
If you like this video, be sure to check out one of the videos above.
Oh, now we're thinking about it.
What's the word again? Tell me again. Line.
If you like this video, check out one of the other ones above.
Okay.
Or check out one of these.
Check out one of these.
If you like this video, check out one of these. Except I looked away. Let's do it again. If you like this video, check out one of the ones above.